Once divided by the U.S.-Mexico border, Frida, who lives in Tijuana, and Mariah in San Marcos are united by their love of science through UC San Diego's ENLACE, or ENLACE program.
The word means to join both in Spanish and in English.
Dr. Olivia Grave, UCSD alum and professor of mechanical and aerospace engineering, created ENLACE.
The focus of the program is actually to join students from both sides of the border in research experiences here on our campus.
Frida and Mariah, along with 120 other high school and college students from Mexico and the U.S., are paired for 7 weeks, attending lectures, conducting cutting-edge research.
It's really cool. I mean, I get to practice my English, and she gets to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Here in the structural engineering lab, the team is researching disaster mitigation.
We just want to figure out more about this material and everyday use materials and just under damage.
They're focusing on shock waves and materials for disaster prevention applications.
I'm tempted in architecture and also structural engineering, so they both go hand in hand.
In the chemical and materials engineering lab, ENLACE students research new battery technologies for renewable energy.
Eye-opening experience for them to be able to see what is world-class research and what is that all about. And if they show up not convinced yet about a PhD, they certainly leave convinced of a PhD.
Born and raised in Tijuana, Dr. Grave embraced science and binationalism at a young age.
I've had to cross that border thousands of times in my life. And so for me, San Diego and Tijuana are one city where there happens to be some kind of border in between, but I almost don't even see that border anymore.
Her passion for science and engineering emerged in her homeland.
And I went to help at those refugee camps, and it inspired me to build houses for these people, which is why I went into civil engineering as an undergraduate.
Grave went on to earn a PhD in materials science from UC Davis, then made history when she returned to UCSD as a professor at the Jacobs School of Engineering.
I was the first Latina engineering professor ever to be hired at UCSD.
She's now opening doors, inspiring others.
I wanted to know what it's like to be in the laboratories, is because it's really interesting, and I want to start my own research someday.
I'm so lucky to get into this lab.
Yeah.
It brings a different worldview into the sciences and engineering when we open the doors of science and engineering into populations that have traditionally not been a part of it.
While helping to build bridges across a border.
Education is the great equalizer. But I saw it happen. And I saw it happen with students from 2 different countries. And it's just beautiful.
Heather Myers, INNOVATE 8.